Welcome to Francis Quilts, the site dedicated to the wonderful art of quilting, with a few other fun things thrown in as well. If you like what you see here, be sure to hit the subscribe button. In the last few days, I have been working with various rulers to try to learn more about using them for doing free motion quilting. I've seen gorgeous patterns that people have done, and I just want to be able to do those as well. Today, I'm going to be looking at the Westalee Spin-E-Fex ruler. It's a 3.5 inch, and you can see it's kind of a petal shape. There's several features of this ruler that I like. One are all of these markings that it has that give you all the different angles that you can match up to when you're quilting. Another feature that it has is this open area right here, which allows you an opening that you can slide the needle into when you're trying to get into the center here. My particular machine has a high enough shank that I don't need that opening, so I'm just going to put that back in place and put some tape on it to hold it down so I don't have to worry about it coming loose. I have also added a little bit of grip tape to the back just to give it a little more tightness onto the fabric, and so that it will hold on to the fabric a little bit better. In preparation for using this ruler, I have drawn some guidelines just with blue marking pen, just to give me some idea of spacing for this, and I'll show you how those guidelines work. The other thing that I like about this Westalee ruler is that if you look, let me get it turned over, if you look right here, there's a little pinhole, and what I have learned is that pinhole is designed to sit over a tack so that you have a full range of spinning motion that you can do. Let me get it set up and I'll show you. You insert the tack from the back side up. I found it's easiest just to take my awl and just poke a hole in there just to know where it is, so when I come from the back I can easily find it. So I'm going to find that hole, stick that thumbtack in it, and I'm ready to go here now. Now as I'm ready to start quilting, I'm going to take the ruler and place that little hole right over that tack. It gives it a complete 360 rotation. Now I'm going to come in under my needle, under my presser foot. So now I'm ready to start the quilting process. I have pulled the bobbin thread up to the top and have it out of the way. The ruler is lined up with my registration mark. I have on my gloves that help me to grip the fabric in the ruler better, and off we'll go. I'm going to place my hands, at least a couple, 3 fingers on the ruler itself, and then the rest just on the fabric piece. And I'm going to start quilting, just pushing into the ruler the whole way around so that the ruler foot is going inside that ruler all the way around. Going slowly. And coming back to where I started. Now the next place that I need to go is this registration mark right here. Well, I can't just turn that. That's not going to work. So what I have to do, and this is the hard part that I have found. Let me get that back on the... This is the hard part that I have found, is you have to just let go of the ruler and start stitching that direction and let the ruler guide where you're going. And this is where I have the most problem. I'm trying to do it a little bit slower. Okay, I'm back to that mark. I'm going to make sure it's lined up at the back, and I'm going to quilt this next one. Back here again, let go of the ruler and just move the fabric and let the ruler work its way around, slowly but surely. What I have found is if I go too fast, it jumps off of that tack, and then it is not in the perfect round that it needs to be. So one more. back around. And there you have it, one fairly well done petal wreath. Let me clip these strings and get rid of the blue lines, and I'll show you the finished product. So the threads are clipped and the blue registration marks are gone, and I think that looks pretty good. A couple of things, I did have a little bit of a tension thread issue right there that I just backed up over. Normally I would have stopped and cut my threads and started over, but I didn't want to do that for the video. And obviously I had a little slip right here when I was coming around that curve. Now, one thing that I did find interesting as I worked on this longer, I realized that when I was making that turn, I was much better off if I focused my attention on that thumbtack right in the center, rather than looking at the line here that I was sewing. Look at this and then let it happen. I think it takes my focus off of where the needle is going and lets me just think about the rotation. So that is my sample for today. I am excited. This is maybe the 4th or 5th one I've done today, so each one has gotten a little bit better. So I think this is going to be fun to use. I can't wait to find a quilt that I can try it on, and more importantly, can't wait to check out a new ruler in the next day or two. So get out those rulers that have been languishing in your drawers and give this a try. It's a lot of fun. Remember, if you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button on the lower right of the screen. You can also find my blog at francisquilts.com, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Francis Quilts as well. I hope to see you again soon. Keep on quilting.